Hi, welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn and I'm so glad you joined me today. If you're new to my channel, well, welcome. I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Stick around, see if you like what we have to offer, and if so, please become a subscriber because I would love for you to join my YouTube family. We have a lot of fun. We do all kinds of DIYs, Dollar Tree, repurposing, and I'm going to be adding in all kinds of gardening, cooking, decorating, lots to be coming up. So, and if you have any ideas, I am more than welcoming to your ideas or inspirations or problems. I'm happy to help any way that I can. We are here to inspire creativity in everyone because we are all creative. I don't care what anyone has told you or what you have become to believe because it's innate, it's in us, and we need to express it in a variety of different ways. So that's why I like to explore all kinds of different mediums, painting and clay and floral design and cake decorating and you name it, I love to do it. So we are the home of TriLab because all we want you to do is try. So today we are going to create this fairy garden picture using a Dollar Tree frame and some watercolor paper. Very easy, and it lights up. Isn't that awesome? Just, can you picture this in a little girl's room? Just lovely. I have this one behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Go up a little bit. Yeah. And I just love them. I love them. I love them. And all it is stamping and stenciling. So easy. So, as we say, let's try and create this together. So the first thing you need is one of these signs. Now it doesn't have to be this sign. You can use any frame that you have, but I just thought this was a really nice size. And then we are going to take these off. Oh, yeah, they don't come off as well as I thought they would. But we need to scrape this off. I'm not sure how well that's going to come off. There you go. Perfect. Now, I'm going to create a picture this way. So, and we're going to have to drill a hole. So I'm taking a piece of watercolor paper. It says it is a 140 pound weight. So we're going to cut this to measure in here, which is 10.5. Perfect. Okay. So, now I won't be able to get it out. Alright. So I'm going to drill the hole after.
we're going to color the background with these Distress Oxides by Ranger. You can get them at JoAnn's, you can get them at Michael's, you can get them online, but I just love them because they blend so well. So we're going to make this foresty fairy scene. Now, you know, if you not into fairies, you can certainly make it flowers or a garden or whatever you like. You could do a cityscape if you have those stamps. So you can use this technique with different, whatever suits your liking. So this one is Tumbled glass. And my daughter and I do this technique where we Velcro the sponge to that particular Distress Oxide or ink so that you're not transferring one color to the other, although I'm blending them anyway, so. Because this is so dark, I'm kind of just doing it on the outer edges. I think I'm going to put some green down here. So this one is Salty Ocean, which is very dark. Let's try this Speckled Egg. Actually, I'm going to do some of this. This one doesn't have a sponge, I don't know why. But yeah. That one's called Scattered Straw. And then I always just like to put a little pink in the sky, because I just love when the sky has that pink and blue look to it. This one doesn't have one either. Ay. Alright. Not very dark. Some green down here because we're going to put a lot of foliage, and so I thought we'd put some green to highlight, because I don't stamp in colors, I just stamp in the black. So to give it some more color, we'll use the inks. So there's that color. Just gonna grab this this one, which is Evergreen Bough, which I'm assuming is probably, this one's a distress ink. Oh, so is the cracked Pistachio. The Oxides have more of a reaction to water. This one's darker, but just to give it a little green. Alright, so that's the inking part. And I will list all of those in the description box below. So now we are going to stamp and stencil. So I'm using the StazOn ink. It is like a permanent ink, and so we're going to put some of these vines along the top. I'm using makeup brush from Dollar Tree. These are fabulous for blending. So you just go in, hold down your stencil really well. You could tape it down. That might be even a better idea. And you just go in a circular motion. Now this part of the stencil is coming up, so I have to be careful not to get underneath it, because then it will smear the image. Now I can't, this is called, oh, laugh as much as you breathe. Huh, but I don't know where I got this stencil. I apologize for that. Okay, so then you lift it and you've got vines hanging down. And now I'm going to do it like the opposite, except a little bit longer. Which I'm afraid that well, let's hope that it doesn't rub off. But I don't want it exactly the same on both sides, so this one's going to come down a little bit longer. And you'll see when I stamp that I'll stamp some other images over this so that it just looks like a bit of a jungle. Or a forest where the fairies will reside and play. Then I might do just a little bit in the middle. Not the whole thing, but just some. Just so that it looks random. So we have that. Okay, now I have to get my stamps. So I have a ton of different stamps, but you know, again, you can use the Dollar Tree ones if you want to do a butterfly picture or the birds. That would work really good. So I'm just putting my stamp on a block, and then I am inking it up. And then just placing it
randomly on my watercolor paper, pressing down really good. Don't shake it, just down and lift, and there you go. And I'm just going to do a few. I've not used this stamp before, so it's not pre-inked. But I changed where it lands because I don't want them all uniform, but I'll have bushes and stuff down here, so that is all fine. It's really cute. It has all these little twirly spirals coming off the tree, which I love. Anything spiral. Put this one over here. And if you want to go back, excuse me, if you want to go back and fill in the tree so that it's darker, you can certainly do that with a Sharpie. And then I'm just going to do a little bit at the top, bring that down here. Again, I'm giving it variable, what do you want to call it? Variable lengths. Alright, I'm going to put my main subjects in, which is of course my fairies. And I'll just put it on the pad. And again, I've not used this one before, so I really have to ink it up really well in order for it to show up. A lot of people clean their stamps in between. All my fairies, I use the black ink, so I don't feel a need to clean them in between. It works, you know, fine. But of course, if you feel like you need to, then you should. Alright. And she didn't come out. So, this is the hard part, is if it doesn't come out, trying to line it up is very, 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 very tough. She doesn't want to come out. Well, it's getting better. Why is it giving me such a hard time? Okay, I'm going to try it again. Normally, you don't have this problem. I seem to just... Again, this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm not inking the whole thing because I don't want to have... I mean, it's a dandelion, so that works fine. But again, what? Not everything goes as planned, and it's okay. I'm trying to find something that I can rub really hard with this. I don't know. Let's keep fingers crossed. Alright, well, I'm going to have to go in there with a marker and fill that in, because that's just not happening really well. But it's okay. Let's see. Looks like her head comes down a little. Back. Let's see if some wings back. Alright, so we have that. So I'll take this stamp off, put her back on here, put her in here, and then I thought I saw this really pretty, I'm going to use some of these dandelions. I saw this really pretty, see, I like this. Fine. So we'll put that on here. Could be that my ink pad isn't, like, needs to be re-inked too. That's always a possibility. I don't really care if not all the leaves come out, because it shouldn't be, doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing in nature is. Well, I mean it is, but it isn't. Yeah, see, that's awesome. I like that. We'll put some more of this. I'm just going to do the top half. Here. And we'll put another one here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, then we put this like this. This goes back on this card. One of these days I'm gonna, once I get my craft room organized, I'm gonna show you the different ways that I organize my different products. But this was something that my daughter and I came up with. And I really like it a lot. So I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this one too. I wish I remember where I got these, because they're very, very awesome. So this one I'm going to do 2 at a time. I love these swirly things. Love them.
another fairy. So we have to choose another fairy. This one. So we have this one, a moon with all, it's made up of stars, which I think is just so cool. So we'll put this on a different, well, we could put it on this, I guess. But, let's get a better one. Like that. And then I'm going to put this in here, like so. Oh, pretty. And then I'm going to take this one. She's reaching for the stars. Make sure you get all the little areas, like see her feet have little stars on them. Make sure you cover it really well. I wanted her to face that way. That's that one. Mushroom. So and if your ink doesn't you know, fill in like you want, you can always go over it with a Sharpie or a permanent marker to make it darker.
Cute. Alright, so I'm going to fill in with some other stamps just to add more variety. Like I gotta fill in here, I gotta fill in up there. So I'm just gonna go in and I think I really need to re-ink this ink pad. I'm just gonna go in like this. Put that like that. And then you can use it more than once too. It'll be less, but it'll give you, you know, some depth. Alright, so I'll be back. Alright, so this is what it looks like finished. I, for the first time, added some green onto the mushroom because it was just open and white and I didn't like it. And I think it blends really well. And then this fairy is from a different set from these fairies. So she was completely open. So, I colored in her dress black so it would kind of go, and then I'm going to use some Nouveau drops to highlight her wings and her headband, and I'll probably put some in the sky. But I just went in and filled in with more stamping just to make it full, and then I drilled a hole in the back of this so that I could bring my fairy lights through. Now, I get mine from Amazon. I highly recommend it. I'm going to try to remember to put the link where I get them in the description box below. But you could definitely use the Dollar Tree ones. You know, that's not a problem. You would just get less lights. They only have 10, this has 20. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these sticky dots, and again you could use the foam dots from Dollar Tree, and you take it off and I put it down and then I stick the light in it like that. Now I'm going to keep most of my lights up here so that when I put this down, the top part is lit. Now there's one here and it is what it is, so there you go. I think there's an easier way to do this. And yeah, you just peel it off and put it down. So, I mean, if I really want to get finicky about it, I could line up, like I would really like there to be a light where she touches the moon, right? So I could put a hole here. Put this in, and then go with a really tiny dot of black, and make sure on the background that I have a light there. And lo and behold, what happened to the rest of them? I don't know.
put that there and that there. And now I will have a light where she's touching the moon. So I like that. These do want to stick every which way. But I'm just going to go back and forth. Trying to light up most of the sky. These things are super, I think my daughter got them from Amazon. I'll see if she can give me the link. They are unbelievable. That's that. And I am going to place them all around the edges because I want the paper to be lifted. Now I have the tedium of taking all the backing off of the squares. I have all the foam down, and now I lit it up so I can put this behind it and press down. And then I am going to take a pin, or let's see, where's all my needles? Alright, and everywhere that I see the light, I am going to pin prick all around it so that it comes through. And when I'm done, I will count to make sure that I have 20 different areas that are lit up. Alright, so I'm going to continue with this and I'll be back. Alright, so this is what it looks like lit up and all the holes punched, and I do have 20, so I know I did them all. And so that this is out of the way but accessible, I like to Velcro it to the back. And if I had thought about this beforehand, I would have put it in a different place, but it's okay. So I get these dots from, you guessed it, the Dollar Tree, and
And I do it on the side opposite of where you take the batteries out. And then I put the opposite side on. I put the hot glue. So that the switch to turn it on and off is right there. And then if you want to put a little hot glue here to hold this down, you certainly can do that. And then I'm going to take this off. Well, I'm not even going to take it off. I'm just going to add a sawtooth hanger in the back so that you can hang that. And I wanted to highlight her wings. So I have this Stickles diamond, and I'm just going to go lightly in here just to add a little sparkle. And then this is Liquid Pearls, and it's called Periwinkle, and I'm just going to put a little bit in her flowers, in her hair. Just to add a little bit of highlight. And I think I'm going to take this Liquid Pearls and just put a few dots of sparkle, because we all need a little sparkle, right? Need it in her toes. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. I love doing these. I just think they're so pretty, and as you can tell, I have a big one behind me in my craft room, and I just love it, and it's just magical. So thank you for joining me today. I hope if you have not become a subscriber that you click on the subscribe button and the bell so that every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. And please leave a comment, please like this video, and share it with your friends, because I would really love to build up my subscription base. The more subscribers I get, the more content I can give you, and any ideas or any problems or questions, put them in the comment section. I will be happy to help you, and I'm anxious, sometimes I have a train of thought of things I want to do, but then, someone may say, I want to, this is what I want to do, or I have this problem area, what do you suggest I put there? Let me help you. And again, it's summertime now, it's getting there, so if you have gardening things that you want to do, or questions or inspirations, share them, please. So that's what we are about. We are about supporting and encouraging one another. So thank you again to my subscribers. I love you, love you, love you. And as we say at Artistry Collaborative, just keep on creating. Have the best day ever.